Welcome to MPK, Medical Animation. You're literally smoking formaldehyde, the same chemical used to preserve dead corpses, along with rat poison and battery acid, every single time you light up. As a scholar, I've witnessed the devastating consequences of tobacco use. Today, we'll uncover the toxic cocktail in every cigarette. A cigarette, dry tobacco leaves, often with added chemicals, but light it, and this simple product becomes a chemical weapon. Burning tobacco releases over 7,000 compounds, at least 70 of them known carcinogens. It's more complex than pure tobacco. Companies add hundreds of additives, ammonia for nicotine absorption, sugar for smoothness, flavorings. At over 800 degrees Celsius, these combust, transforming into new toxic compounds. Let's examine the deadliest chemicals lurking in every cigarette. First, formaldehyde, the same substance used to preserve dead bodies. This colorless gas, a known human carcinogen, forms when tobacco burns. Every puff delivers it directly to your respiratory system, damaging delicate lung tissues. Arsenic, a deadly poison, is naturally present in tobacco plants, absorbed from contaminated soil and pesticides. Smoking means ingesting small doses, accumulating over time, increasing cancer, heart disease, and neurological damage risks. Benzene, an industrial solvent causing leukemia, forms during incomplete tobacco combustion. So dangerous that workplace exposure is strictly regulated, yet smokers inhale it. It directly damages bone marrow, leading to blood disorders and cancers. Cadmium, a toxic heavy metal used in batteries, enters cigarettes from contaminated soil. With no biological function, it accumulates in kidneys and liver, causing organ damage that can last decades, linked to kidney disease, bone weakness, and lung cancer. Understanding how these chemicals form and enter your body is crucial. A lit cigarette's tip reaches 800-900 degrees Celsius, breaking down organic compounds and creating new chemical combinations not present in unburned tobacco. The mainstream smoke, what you directly inhale, contains the highest concentrations of toxic chemicals. But there's also side stream smoke, which burns at lower temperatures and actually contains higher concentrations of many harmful substances due to incomplete combustion. What's alarming, these chemicals don't just stay in your lungs. Within 20 seconds, nicotine and other compounds reach your brain via the bloodstream. Lung alveoli, tiny air sacs for oxygen exchange, have thin walls allowing rapid absorption of gases and particles directly into circulation. Your blood becomes a highway for these toxins, carrying them to every organ. Formaldehyde travels to your liver, interfering with cellular processes. Arsenic accumulates in your hair, nails, and skin. Benzene reaches your bone marrow, and cadmium settles in your kidneys. This isn't a localized problem, it's systemic poisoning. At the cellular level, cigarette smoke triggers inflammatory responses. In your lungs, cilia, tiny hair-like structures that clear debris, become paralyzed and destroyed. This causes the persistent smoker's cough. Your natural cleaning system is compromised. Your heart and blood vessels suffer immediate and long-term damage. Nicotine constricts blood vessels, forcing your heart to work harder. Carbon monoxide binds to red blood cells more readily than oxygen, reducing your blood's oxygen carrying capacity. Other chemicals promote blood clots and accelerate atherosclerosis, the hardening and narrowing of arteries. The impact on your DNA is most concerning. Many smoke chemicals are genotoxic, directly damaging cellular genetic material. When DNA repair is overwhelmed, mutations accumulate, setting the stage for cancer. This can begin with the first cigarette and continues with every exposure. Your brain chemistry undergoes significant alterations. While nicotine creates addiction by manipulating dopamine pathways, other chemicals contribute to cognitive decline, increased anxiety, and mood disorders. Oxidative stress from smoke accelerates brain aging and increases the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Let's discuss a destructive process triggered by smoking: free radicals and oxidative stress. Free radicals are unstable molecules that aggressively steal electrons, causing cellular damage. Every puff introduces billions of free radicals into your system. These molecular pirates attack cell membranes, proteins, and DNA throughout your body. Your natural antioxidant defenses, vitamin C and E, glutathione, and various enzymes, become overwhelmed trying to neutralize this constant assault. This oxidative stress triggers chronic inflammation, where your immune system remains constantly activated. attacking not just foreign invaders but your own healthy tissues. Chronic inflammation is a key driver in the development of cancer, heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and numerous other conditions. Science is clear. Smoking creates a perfect storm of cellular destruction. Free radicals damage blood vessel lining, increasing plaque. They attack lung cell DNA, increasing mutations. They interfere with cellular energy, leading to premature aging and organ dysfunction. This damage accumulates over time. Each cigarette adds to the total burden of oxidative stress, and the effects are largely irreversible while you continue smoking. Your body's repair mechanisms simply cannot keep up with the constant barrage of toxic insults. One tragic aspect of smoking is its effect on innocent bystanders. Secondhand smoke, exhaled smoke, and smoke from the burning cigarette contains the same deadly chemicals, often in higher concentrations. Children are particularly vulnerable. Their developing respiratory systems are more sensitive to toxic exposures. When children breathe secondhand smoke, they face increased risks of sudden infant death syndrome, respiratory infections, ear infections, and asthma. Their developing brains are also more susceptible to these chemicals' neurological effects. Pregnant women exposed to secondhand smoke face serious complications. Chemicals cross the placental barrier, directly affecting the developing fetus. This increases the risk of premature birth, low birth weight, birth defects, and developmental delays. Carbon monoxide reduces oxygen delivery to the fetus, potentially causing lasting neurological damage. For non-smoking adults, regular exposure to secondhand smoke increases the risk of heart disease by 25 to 30% and lung cancer risk by 20 to 30%. There is no safe level of exposure. Even brief exposures can trigger heart attacks in people with existing cardiovascular disease. The chemicals in secondhand smoke linger in indoor environments. They settle into carpets, furniture, and clothing, creating third-hand smoke, a persistent source of toxic exposure that can last for months. Here's remarkable news. Your body has an extraordinary capacity to heal once you stop introducing toxins. The moment you extinguish your last cigarette, recovery begins. Within 20 minutes, your heart rate and blood pressure normalize. Within 12 hours, carbon monoxide levels return to normal and oxygen carrying capacity improves. Within 48 hours, your sense of taste and smell begin to recover as nerve endings regenerate. The long-term benefits are even more impressive. After 1 year, your risk of heart disease is cut in half. After 5 years, your stroke risk returns to that of a non-smoker. After 10 years, your lung cancer risk is reduced by 50% and your risk of other cancers continues to decline. Your lungs begin repairing almost immediately. Cilia regenerate within weeks, improving mucus clearance. Inflammation decreases and lung function improves. While some damage may be permanent for heavy smokers, disease progression stops and symptoms significantly improve. The financial benefits are substantial too. The average smoker spends thousands annually on cigarettes, money that could be invested in health, education, or experiences that enhance life. Most importantly, quitting protects not just your own health, but the health of your loved ones. By eliminating secondhand smoke exposure, you're giving your family the gift of cleaner air and reduced disease risk. Science is unequivocal. Smoking is one of the most preventable causes of disease and death. Every cigarette you don't smoke is a victory for your health, family, and future. The choice is yours with this knowledge. Your body is waiting to begin its remarkable healing journey. Just let it start. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell for more educational content. Thanks for watching.